What's up, guys? Got a lot of good shit to talk about tonight. There you go. Got one person. What's up, Sam? You're like the first guy here. Sam, how long have I known you, Sam? How long have you been with Senior Softball Bat Reviews? Because I remember you from back then. The one thing that I'm pretty excited about, I'm going to try to get through a lot because Jeff's coming on in about 30 minutes. Has it been like, Sam, it's got to, what's up, Bob? About 15 years. You were there in the beginning, Sam. I remember that. It's been a long time. Always engaging. Jerry, how you doing? Yeah, about 16 years ago, going into 16 years, I started getting ready to play senior softball and doing a little bit of videotaping. Voicemail. And it's funny because whenever I started, it was this social media stuff. Rachel, how you doing? Rachel, the reason I said that the other day was like, we don't even have those yet. And you've already swung one and you were asking for a higher size. I think I'm going to go up and weight 2 to 27. When you were asking that, so how come I said, what the F? Nothing's ever a secret anymore. And everybody's waiting, I guess, because they're looking for it. They even said that about Cage. Cage was looking, showing his bag off today, and he pulled out a bat, and somebody said something about it, but they didn't know it was one of those 220 bats. Yeah, I had workout videos all the way to the beginning of doing it 15 years ago. Sam said, I remember some of your workout videos, trying to keep in shape at this age we got to. I remember, well, talking about Sam, I remember doing this stuff 15 years ago, and I'm kind of reflecting on 15 years ago, and guys, it's a long time. I went through some videos the other day, blooper videos, which I'm going to do a couple of blooper videos here in the next week. But I went through and was doing some going through the archives, and there's some videos I didn't put out, and I kind of looked through them and brought back memories of when actually Clem Trace first started with us. I have those videos, and he was doing some stuff, and I got those on the blooper videos. And then I found some videos of Clem, his first week that he hit with us, which was pretty entertaining. He had that same old swing and hit 100 balls. He's came a long way. Watching Clem when he first started, he's dropped a lot of weight. I know that. That was one thing that I actually realized that, and then Trey looked inconsistent a little bit. He was only hitting that one pitch to center, and I think we got him to change over the years. It's funny to reflect on all that stuff, going back and seeing where I started, guys. My first review was on one of the Adidas bats and the Mikan one-piece red bat. You guys remember that? That was one of my first. I remember doing 20 takes, 20 end of the videos, and they were in my living room when I talked about the bat, and I did 20 takes on one, 30 on another, just to get it right. Now I can do it in one. I can go through it in one video. On the last part, with my talking part after putting everything together, it came a long way, guys. And where we're at today, because there's a lot of stuff, and what we're going to get to today in this video on not necessarily talk about what I've been through, my past, but basically from what's coming in the next month, getting ready for Vegas. Jeff will be on later on talking about that, where we're growing and how big we're getting across the board, and like I told Jeff, me and Jeff got together this morning and kind of told some stories about the last couple of weeks on what's we've been dealing with the popularity that short porch has gotten in the last couple of weeks, and it's gotten huge, guys. It's you don't even have a clue, unless you're at the office and watching the phones. Like they were talking about, the phones start ringing, at their time, 9 o'clock in the morning, because I think that's when they open, and it doesn't stop. Doesn't stop. It just keeps going. I'm getting a lot of social media people asking, people wanting jobs, people sending in resumes just just to. We're not there yet, guys, but y'all guys are. It doesn't bother us. But what's up, George? It doesn't bother us, but we're not there yet. A lot of people see how big we're getting; they want to be a part of it. That's the entertaining. That's the badass part, where there is something big that's going on here, and something that nobody else. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But something that nobody else has ever done before, especially in the bat industry. And I think what it's doing is going across the board. Like we started with seniors, the U-Trip guys, they're asking me a lot of questions on that U-Trip side. Um, Bob, you don't even know what this jersey is. This is Rachel Good's short porch jersey. Like I'm a part of the team now. I'm so honored, and that's not a joke. I am. But to see where USSSA is going, and it's blown up in the last couple of 3 weeks. I think Jeff, when he said we're going to stiffer handles on that U-Trip market, and a lot of the senior market across the board are going to that no flex handle, and that U-Trip version, and in the senior version with a zero flex, and and um and just going with on your senior, like, if you guys remember my bat from last year, my first bat from last year, that bat had a little bit of flex in the handle, and didn't have a, we got 4 different flexes and handles. Mine was instead of the no flex, mine was right underneath that. So it's number of the top 4 that are harder, harder handles. Mine was the second hardest, actually the third hardest. So number 4 was the no flex. But we're going in that direction because that's what a lot of people want, right? Because we throw bats out there, we listen to what you guys got to say, and then we test them. R&D, we're finding out, because our material is different than everybody else's material, because we can't go by everybody else. That was the hardest part whenever I came over here, was getting tuned in to the material, because I'd been tuned in to material for 15 years. We talked about it a minute ago, and getting other bats, swinging other bats. What we're getting, and I want to what I want to do with the first 30 minutes of this one is kind of get you guys on board, educating you guys, because I've been getting this question quite a bit. I'm getting this question quite a bit from a lot of people, and the question is, talking about short porch bats from other. If you're coming here from another bat company, and you've swung that bat in previous models, and then you want to come along to short porch because you hear about all this, everything that's going on. The question that is thrown out to me, because let me see, the question that's thrown out to me is, you've swung I need that bat in a 26 ounce. Oh, have you swung short porch before? And they're like, no, but I usually swing a 26 ounce. The one thing you guys have to understand across the board when you're coming over to short porch is, our bats aren't made weight distribution wise by all the other bat companies out there. And I know that's a fact, because I've been doing this for 15 years, and I have categorized every bat that I have swung, and it's on a flash drive, of in weight and hand weight. And it fluctuates it goes all the way. Guys, it's up and down. Call it max load, mother load, mega load, and it's really not. It's got too high of a hand weight. I've had out of the 24, I think I did this the other day. Out of the 24, I've had 9 9 that have questioned me, asked me about weight distribution numbers, right? And they're up and down. So whenever somebody calls me and says, "Hey, I swing a 26 ounce, and what do I need to get, a 26.5 or a 25.5, or a 26 in your model?" The one thing I turn around and ask, and it turns into a lengthy text message, because I turn around and ask, "What bat model did you come from?" And I did this last year. If you guys want to come to me in Vegas this year, you can come do this at the tent. I'll have all my scales there. So I would have to ask them, "What is your previous bat?" And they would tell me, and I said, "Well, no, you don't need this number," because one thing Short Porch does across the board is their weight distribution numbers are spot on. Because I didn't think a balanced bat 10 years ago, 5 years ago, was a balanced bat. I thought it was way too counterweighted, more weight in the hands. You guys out there that built these bats didn't give that barrel enough mass to work. So you would call it a balance bat or a mother load in the other direction. You called it a mother load, but you had a 10.5 on a 26 ounce, a 27 ounce. You had a 10.5 or 11 on the hands. And you guys can go back and look at the video. I talked about it 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years ago. So that's how come I need more information. You just can't, I swung this bat and it's a 27 ounce. Well, no, that bat is more for the balance bat. No, it's not. Look what it says on the barrel. How many times Todd Cox, if you're in here, you can actually vouch for this one. No, they said it's a 3/4 ounce, but let me have the bat. I got the bat. I weighed it, a 28 ounce bat. Guys, it had a 12-ounce hand weight, a 12-ounce knob weight right here. And he wouldn't believe it until I showed it to him. I said, "Our balance bats are not even 12s. Our balance bats are 10s. So you have 2 more ounces in the hands than ours." That's how come I'm saying this is something that a lot of our reps actually already know, but a lot of our reps that are new reps that are coming on should know. So whenever you guys are calling, and you got to give the previous bat that you swung. If we're going to fit you into a bat that you liked, that's how come I said, if you guys have a bat in your bag right now and you love that bat, you bat 900, 800 in tournaments, what you really need to do is get the weight distribution numbers on that bat. You need to take that bat and you need to, that's all I have here is DDTs. You're going to take that bat and you need to weigh this end, and you need to weigh this knob. And you're going to come up with a number like we did here. It's going to be a 17 on the end, and you got 7, 8 on the hands. That's going to be, because you swung that bat previously, that's going to be your ideal weight that you pick a Short Porch bat from. So you're going to tell the Short Porch guy, these are my numbers. This is what I like. Okay, we can fit you right into a bat. Or you can ask me. I'm good at, I can remember all that from 15 years ago, weight distribution numbers on all bats that I have swung, and I've swung a lot of them in the last 15 years. I can do that because I write everything down. Everything's in a file. Everything's put up. But I can remember the top tier bats from years ago, even the lower tier bats from years ago. And I would argue, and I got a lot of feedback from this when I wouldn't call bats that would say they're 1 ounce in load. They weren't no 1 ounce in load. Because in all of that, it's a formula. Guess who knows the formula? Short Porch knows the formula. They know how to build bats. Let me ask you guys this too, and I kind of want to throw this out there. What other tent that you can go through, a Short Porch tent that you can go through or go to? And who's in that tent is engineers. I have talked to, and I'm not going to call any bat companies out so you guys can, and there's 24 right now. I haven't talked to all of them, but there are a lot of engineers that were asking me questions on building bats and weight distribution numbers, mainly the weight distribution numbers when it came to, 1/4 ounce in load, a balanced bat, 1/2 ounce in load. There's a number there. We know that number. There's a number there on hand to end load. The DDT is different. DDT is totally different than any bat that's ever been done because it's a new invention. It's a new technology on the DDT. It's a totally different monster, guys. The weight distribution numbers kind of, You don't know how to do those because the weight is in two different areas. You know, the weight is in here and the weight is in here. It's called dual distribution. So it's a little tricky on weighing those. You know, really, it swings really fast on that. You know, this bat right here, and I'll talk about this more later when Jeff comes on. This is a Brandon Murray's bat. I freaking love this bat because I think the DDTs swing better than any bat out there ever that has been put out to this day. Ever is put out, a DDT will swing better because it's the dual distribution. It's the way you got two different weights. Nobody's ever done that. You have two weights in the barrel. It swings so fast, comes through the zone. It swings so fluid. My consistency is up. So that's the reason the DDT, or a lot of people are liking them. You know, the U-Trip bats sold out like that. You know, I don't think there's a lot of Mr. Jawbreaker Alan Hancock bats are out there right now. The freaking, here he is. Brandon Murray's are flying off the shelf. I do want to get another one before they go. You know, that's how much I like that bat. But I think a lot of people are going toward the DDTs, the U-Trip guys. I've been talking to them a little bit. Cage, have been talking to them a little bit. And it's just something that's totally different. The weight distribution on it's totally different. And the one thing I would, even if you're with another bat company, you're kind of watching this to get, you know, a little educated on what we're doing. I would recommend anybody that, if you're with another bat company, do weight distribution numbers on your bat. Just do it. It's the future. It's the way everything's going to go. It doesn't matter. It's going to be, here's the deal, guys. It's going to be fast pitch. They're going to be doing it in another 5 years. It's going to be USSA is already doing it. You know, you're going to get BB core bats. They're going to be able to do all that stuff too. We're going to have a DDT and a BB core bat. You know, a baseball bat. They're going to try and introduce them in ASA. We're going to try and introduce them all across the board. So the way of the future, and it already has gotten big, but the way in the future is weight distribution, barrel flex, handle flex, bat speed. You know, we're fitting you for golf clubs, basically, is what we're doing here. Better way I can get to it in that area. We have a lot of what I like is a lot of the U-Trip guys are just blowing up. A lot of the ladies, friend requesting. A lot of the U-Trip guys are friend requesting. But definitely blowing up, and I think it's catching on where a lot of people are dialing in their sizes, you know, because my size not your size. You can't call me and say, Dave, what are you swinging? Dave, what's your bat speed? Because I'm not going to tell you. You know, I don't want to mess you up by saying this. I swing a 26 in this, but I'm going to go up to 27 because I want a half ounce more on the end. Well, Show Porch can do that for me. So put another half ounce on the end because I know what the weight distribution numbers are. The problem is I am here and Show Porch is on the East Coast. So doing the weight distribution numbers, a lot of you guys want them. And I love it when you guys call and say, what's the weight distribution number on this? And I'm like, oh man, I got to get Cage on board. Cage's going to have to start doing, and I did talk to him about this a couple of nights ago. When new runs come in, he's need to sit there and do all the weight distribution numbers on the 25, 26, 27, and 28. Or if they come in half ounces, you guys want to know that too. I think that's better, getting everybody where they can pick a bat. They'll know what the numbers are. We're going to be putting, as Jeff said today, more videos up on the website. The people who have gone to the website is because one thing Leslie and Jeff do is the analytics part of it. They want to see where the traffic's going, where the traffic's coming from. And our website is blown up too. I'm this weekend, I'm putting more numbers because we got bats in. So I've almost got all of these where I almost got Brandon Murray's all in with me. If I was in Savannah, I'd get them all in there. But all the bats going forward, I'm going to try to get you guys weight distribution numbers on them. That way, you know. The one thing I have found out in other companies is when we go up in size, we don't do a progressive load. And I'm very proud that we don't do a progressive load. What you're going to get, if you get a half-ounce load, what happens with our company, I'm not going to talk about anybody else that's talking about the progressive load. We don't do progressive loads. We have a half-ounce end load from 25, 26, 27, and 28. If it's a 3/4 ounce end load, we got a 3/4 ounce end load from a 25, 26, and 27 and 28. We're not going the 1 ounce end load from last year, Brandon Murray's. When we do a 1 ounce end load, it's going to be a 1 ounce end load from 25, 26, 27, 28. And we go up in increments where you're putting it's not going at half ounce here, half ounce there, half ounce here, half ounce there. It's going more on the end and a little bit on the hands when you go up, because you got to put a full ounce on there, right? But we're going, let's say 6/7 of an ounce, 3/10 of an ounce here. So because those guys that want that 28 ounce bat can handle a little bit more on the end. That's not a progressive load. So I hear other people talking about progressive load. I'm honored to say we don't do that, because that actually, you don't know what you're getting. You don't know what you're getting. You're getting a model bat that they call a half ounce end load, but it's really not. The 25 is a balance, 26 is a quarter, 27 is a half, 28 is a 3/4. So what's your barrel? You can't have the same size fucking barrel and all that. See, they gotta piss me off. The reason they piss me off because they're stealing our shit, our logos. And I'm probably gonna get in trouble tomorrow for that. Don't steal our shit, dude. And we're not gonna do anything. We're not gonna do anything about it. I'm just saying. The way we go up is 6/7 on the end, because we know you can handle the weight if you're going to go up. But it's still a half ounce end load all the way through. Right here, 3/4 ounce end load. But this thing doesn't swing like a 3/4 ounce end load because it's got dual distribution. You're getting the effect of the barrel flex with a 3/4 ounce, but the swing is just ungodly. I'm not dragging, on that 17 ounce end load. Donnie King, are you watching me tonight? He's actually text messaging me right now about a bat. So definitely. So you got to get your weight distribution numbers. You got to get your bat speed. You got to get your barrel response. What's your compression that you like? What's your compression number? A lot of guys watching this tonight don't even know what their compression number is. That's something that you need to figure out. I can do it. If we ever have, this is a deal too, and I'm going to do this. I want to go to this coming up end of the year, and then next year I want to go to a lot of these. I'll be in Vegas. You guys can come up to and talk to me if you're hitting, or I can come over and watch you hit. I do want to do this at our demo day in Vegas, to sit there and watch people and then pick a bat for them or tell them what their bat speed is. I can get you there pretty close. I've been doing this for a long time, guys. I can watch you and see if you have how your swing is. Are you a tall guy that kind of loops it a little bit? Are you that little explosive guy that just boom? What are you using? What kind of leverage are you using? Are you using leg drive? That all ties into a bat that will fit you. Well, how much you weigh? You're a 300-pounder? Are you 6'8"? I can put you into a bat. You're not going to swing the same bat as a 5'9" guy like me. Donnie, you just like me to say your name. You're that guy, right? You just like for me. That's going to keep texting me. So I'm going to say your name. That's Donnie King, a buddy of mine from North Texas. I think he got married to some girl. I forget her name. I know her name. I'm just messing with her. But that's what we do. We kind of fit everybody into a bat. I don't swing like I don't want to say the guy's names. I just don't swing like those guys in that bomber tour. So their bat wouldn't be my bat, basically. But I can come in. We're going to have everything. You're going to have a tester in poly. We're going to have a tester in. We're going to have everything. We're going to have a compression tester. We're going to have a bat speed tester. We're going to have, actually mine should be at Shore Porch because I left mine in the trailer. Guys looking at this from Shore Porch, if you guys see, it should be in the office or something over there, so look for it. It's a bat speed tester. It's about this big. You swing in front of it. and we'll be there on demo day. I can put you in a bat, guys. It's just that all I got to do is watch your swing, and it doesn't take long. Maybe less than 5 swings. I can see you hitting. And then the distance, the performance. You guys don't have a bat speed tester. If you guys are not hitting it over a 300-foot fence, and I'm mainly talking about seniors right now, if you guys can't hit it over a 300-foot fence, you're in that medium low bat speed, maybe more toward the low bat speed. If you guys can reach the fence, hit the fence, getting it a little bit over, you're in that medium low bat speed. Medium high usually goes a little bit more distance. Medium high bat speed, you can see the scale that I have on that. You can see the scale that I have on that website that I have up. That will lead you right into our big website, was shortporchcuttingedge.com. There's going to be a lot more information this weekend on there. I actually did a numbers on the Beach City. That one will be up on there next couple of days, and I'd have a review up on that's going up on that next couple of days too. You guys can go up there, but that will lead you right into the Short Porch Baseball Company website too. And you guys gotta, if like I was talking about, if you guys hit bombs, you guys break the ball. Like I'm saying, you're more that high bat speed guys, and we do have bats that can fit you into those. So, and then your U trip. A lot of people talking about U trip. We're starting to have a lot of people on here from U trip, and basically what we're still doing the same thing, because every U trip guy is not 100 mile an hour. You have the guys that lead off, slap the ball. You got to swing a different bat when you're slapping the ball. That's another thing too. You got to do another softer barrel. You're that high batting average. I would recommend that you go to some sort of DDT. Well, you want to lead off, or your number 2, go to a DDT, because you get consistent swings with it every time. That we get when we've been testing this bat for 9 months now. I think, Jeff, 9 months. We've been testing this back. Guys, get on YouTube, Short Porch Cutting Edge everywhere. Look it up. Get on YouTube. Join that subscription on there. Get on Instagram. I'm trying to build that page because I was hacked. It was tried to sold back to me for ransom. TikTok, I've got, like after tonight, all these shorts that I'm doing. All these shorts that I'm doing right now is going to go on, and you guys love the shorts. I already know, because I'm not sitting up here talking for 2 hours with Jeff, and I know you guys love those shorts. I do have Friday night podcast, which I'm going to talk about a lot of other questions that you guys have asked me about, things that I need to talk to you about, questions that you guys asked me. One of the ones, one of the ones I wanted to talk about. Here's another. I don't want to get into this too real fast here, but one of the questions one of you guys were asking me is, why do you run out of 28-ounce bats? Why do you run out of, because we don't make 29-ounce bats. Why do you run out of 28-ounce bats? Let me tell you across the board why we do this. Why aren't you making a 20-ounce barrel weight? I can't swing an 18-ounce barrel weight. It kills my back, right? Because we do build bats for seniors. The deal about seniors are, a lot of the seniors do not swing 18-inch, a 28-ounce bat. They don't swing that 18-ounce end load, 19-ounce end load, 20-ounce end loads. So you're going to be ordering bats that they only make maybe less than 5 throughout the year. Less than 5. And across the board, Bob, we go by supply and demand, right? We hear you guys talk. So what we'll do is we'll order bats, because that's what we sold previously, and without anybody asking for the 28s. We usually order a low volume of 28s because we don't sell a lot of 28s. You got Alan and Clem and probably a couple other guys that are with us that swing that, Rob, Peters, that I'll swing that 28. But that's it. Now, it was that 3 or 4 guys that swing that 28-ounce bat, or would even want a 20-ounce end load. I don't know that bat. Here's the deal too, because of the way technology is. Let's say you did a 20-ounce end load, you would have to go high. I can't even be saying that either. The barrel won't handle the mass. I can say that the barrel won't handle the mass, because of the way we do our weight distribution numbers, the barrel won't handle the mass. It will blow up because you got 20 ounces right on the end and you're hitting a softball. And if you generate, and I know it sucks for y'all because you're generating that high bat speed to swing that 20-ounce end load, it's just going to tear barrels up, man. There's a point in time where the barrel just goes, right. I'm trying to tell him about this guy was talking to me about a 2-ounce end load. Like there's nothing. You'd have to just go to aluminum bat, like they bat in the day, because there's a point in there where that anything out there will just blow it up. It won't last for you. You'll get an implosion. Yeah. There's got to be, the resistance won't be there. So it's just, this is the, why you guys don't sell a lot, don't ever have any 28-ounce bats. Well, it's and you even said this too. A lot of people are going toward the 25 and 26s. That's how come your 25 and 26s are up there. It's not like it was 30 years ago, Jeff, 40 years ago. A lot of people want that. They want that lower 25, 26-ounce bat with weight distribution numbers too. The one thing I will say this, Jeff, before we start talking here, you can get the same performance if you went lower and have different weight distribution numbers. You'll agree with me on this one. You'll actually get that same performance off that 20-ounce end load if you just go to maybe a 28 or 27 and have those weight distribution numbers messed with. We know that, but it's just the guy's thinking if I put 20 ounces on the end, I'm going to be able to hit it a mile. Well, it's all about weight distribution numbers too. So maybe your company that you swung a 20-ounce end load, maybe you did that, but where was the handle weight? Was the handle weight, you can go down in weight and still get that same performance because you generate a lot more bat speed too. And
well, we have the strongest player in senior softball in the world, and he swings a 3/4 DDT that is near perfect for him. So unless there's somebody bigger and stronger than Brandon, that would be foolish. That would be foolish. Yeah. They would not get more performance, and handing players bats that are less performing, that would be crazy. But let the bat engineers make the bats, I guess. I know. Not to be a jerk. Not to be a jerk.
Hey, Jeff, how's this happened to you? I mean, I know it's happened to me, but how's this happening where I get phone calls probably I average about twice a day, or text messages. Hey, I got an idea,
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, what's your idea? I'll ask them, what's your idea? And they'll tell me, Jeff, and I go, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
And how come it won't work? And I won't tell them how it won't work because I think they're trying to dig for information. And I said, no, it won't work because we tried that and it don't work. I tried that 12 years ago and it didn't work. So no, it doesn't work that way. It's just, you're thinking about it all wrong on the majority of people. But I'm sitting there thinking like, dude, we have engineers that are working over in Savannah, Georgia. And I know we're giving those guys a hard time that do that, but we got everything taken care of. We're doing pretty good right now. We're scratching the market, as you would say, and we're doing pretty good. I think.
We get some crazy. Yeah, we get some crazy stuff, like stolen bat bag.
Oh yeah, the guy said he didn't say this. Now he didn't say this, but he questioned the stolen bat bag today. and I don't know, Jeff, why? And that's how come I wanted to talk about common sense. When does common sense kick in? Where you're going like, okay, the owner of a company somehow got your used bat bag. Right, and is using it on Facebook Live whenever he's best friends with the guy who made the bat bag. Right? Why wouldn't he just order a new one? Why wouldn't he? I laughed so hard when I got off the phone with you, and I go, "We don't have common sense anymore, man." Because somebody should sit down and think about, no, this is Jeff Kessler. Like he's got he's not a guy trying to sell bats. Hey, out the parking lot. He's not trying to sell bats out of his truck, out of his car. You know, he can get anything he wants, and he just happened to find your bat bag at a ballpark and took it home with him.
You can't make it
I
up.
died laughing. I told
Oh,
Tammy
it's
about
funny.
it today, and I just died laughing about it.
It was
Man,
like,
it was so funny. But then again, he had to ask because it looked just like his.
I ain't gonna
So
lie, that was the most
yeah.
hysterical thing I've heard in a long time. I'll tell you what, it gave me and Dave a big chuckle for about an hour.
Oh man, I even got off the phone and laughed about it. You know,
Yeah,
which it's and I'm not ripping on the guy. I'm not getting on the guy. Just
no.
he was mad because he lost his bat bag. And all of a sudden, boom, he sees yours. He
Somebody
goes,
took his
that looks like
bat bag.
mine.
He thought my bat bag was his. Somebody stole his bat bag. I'm like, okay, I don't even have to pay for smashing bat bag.
Oh yeah. And how
I
many of
guess
those
I
they
really
sell?
don't have to
Smash
pay.
sells a
If I
lot of
go to
bat
the
bags.
fields and steal everybody's bat bags, then I don't have to pay for them
Yeah.
either.
And I can picture Jeff waiting for everybody to leave. Jeff waiting for everybody. Jeff waiting for everybody to leave the ballpark, and all of a sudden he sees the bat bag over there, and he runs over there and grabs it, starts running to his truck.
hey, hey,
Oh,
yeah, Ricky, Ricky with Smashy Sports, the owner of Smashy Sports, my guy. Hey man, send me a new bat bag because people think my old bat bag you gave me are theirs out there. It's so old. And we've made bat bags, and Sean put a badass shelf system in one of my bat bags. I still sold mine because people wanted it. So I just was using the old one because everybody else plays a lot more than me. So we ran out, and somebody wanted one bad, so I gave them the short porch one that with the shelving system in it.
no.
That was really cool that Sean did. So yeah, I was using the same one Ricky from Smash It had gave me for a long time. I mean, it's fine by me. I don't play all that much, but
No.
of course we got the new badass bags coming in. Everybody's trying to get their hands on. But yeah, I might not even get one of them, Dave. I don't know, me or you. We might not get one of them because everybody wants them so bad.
Yeah,
We'd have to.
I talked to
We
Cage about that today, and yeah, Cage says nope, I don't think so. You're not getting one. I will say this, and I do want to stop after this on all the people that are actually all the people out there that are actually talking about why are Leslie and Erica getting 3 times the number of views that we are. Now,
yeah.
hold on, dude. I need to say this. It's an unfair advantage them against us. So I do hear them talking shit to us.
Yeah, they're talking shit. You see Erica's video yesterday? She killed us. She killed us.
Dude, I'm getting probably 2,000. They're getting like 11,000, 12,000 views on that shit, and then they start talking shit to us. And I just want to tell you right now, from the bottom of my heart, it's an unfair advantage because you know why, but it's an unfair advantage, and they do get a lot of people watching them. And this the little things let me tell you something. They need to quit talking. Because I have video of the unfair advantage that I'm not going to put out there. But it is an unfair advantage, and I have video of it. So they need to quit talking about how they're smoking us when it comes to social media. So definitely,
they really are. I had to come in here. We're in a storm, and we have this 10,000 square foot metal roof.
Yeah.
So it's getting loud out there. But yeah, Erica, she calls me. She's last night. I got a funny story, and I'm only going to tell part of the story because the rest is confidential. I'll tell you on the phone.
Okay.
But so Erica, my mom falls, has a little bit of an accident. I'm at the ER. I'm coming home. Erica is in my neighborhood at bingo night. They have bingo night at the golf course, and she calls me from bingo night. She's like, Did you see the views I got on the? Did you and Dave see the views I got on the video? I'm whipping y'all's ass.
Hey,
And I'm
here's the
like,
deal. She needs to quit rubbing it in my face, because I'll get little text messages going, and I cheated. Because I remember I told you, I said, you need to tell them to quit effing cheating. And you know
dude,
what I'm talking
they're
about. But
they're
they're like,
cheating.
oh,
They're
and then
cheating us,
Erica
man.
sent me a
We
thing
don't
on the
have a
side going,
chance.
yes, and I
Yeah.
cheated. Like right to my face, like, yes, and I cheated. But you cannot compare the numbers, Jeff. You can't compare their
No.
numbers to ours. It's an unfair advantage for us.
Erica and Leslie run up the numbers. It isn't fair.
Numbers.
Huh?
Can't compare numbers.
Yeah, the views can't compare. You can't
No,
compare.
it's
She
an
said
unfair
we can
advantage.
compare numbers.
Oh, you can
And
compare
she's
them, but it's
winning.
still
That's what
unfair.
Leslie's saying right here. She says she can compare numbers and she's winning.
You asked me about Brandon Murray's bat yesterday, and I kind of replied going, well, why don't you have Erica and Leslie do it?
Yeah.
Remember? I was going, you. And you go, no, you. And I go, no, you. They're pulling in the numbers, you know? Hey, but Erica, they would love that shit. I can't say
Erica's like, we got the balls in stock, and then she sold 100 dozen balls in the next hour. And I'm like, this is crazy. Dude, you seen people were messaging wanting to know where they could get her outfit.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. And then here's the deal. It's almost like back in the day. Remember when they would put something in your video, your commercials to make you buy a product? Like they used to put like the Marlboro cigarettes and shit, and then they'd flap them through there and go, "What did I just see?" Like going, and all of a sudden you're at 7-Eleven buying Marlboros, and you don't even smoke. So that's basically what they're doing to us. It's mind effing. It's called mind effing.
Yeah, you do know, because we do have analytics. You do know 99% of our customers are men, right?
But it's bad for seniors, because you got seniors on a scheduled pay that just bought 5 blackouts and doesn't know what he bought them for.
I don't know
why the hell did I buy 5 blackouts the other day?
I don't know.
They need to quit, man. They need to quit.
Dang Erica and Leslie, damn girls.
Yeah, it's an unfair advantage. They need to quit.
No, man. Well, I'll tell you what. This is, I know Erica. Erica will be in Vieira States for all you guys who are looking to shake Erica's hand and talk to her. She will be in Vieira States next week. She usually has to hold down the fort as she runs our office to perfection, guys. Erica runs this office to perfection and is a badass doing it, by the way. So she won't be in Vegas, but you will have Leslie and Tammy in Vegas, and I promise you, they will. If you come up to them, you will buy a bat,
and they will talk.
And I just hope you buy the right bat. If you want the right bat, come see me and Dave. But if you just want to give your money away, you're going to give it to Tammy and Leslie.
Remember,
they're going to take your money.
That's what we did. We talked to them, and then we showed them. Go right over there. They're the one that's taking the credit card. They're the one that's taking the one thing.
There was guys who bought they bought a bat from Leslie and Tammy on Monday, and then they had to come Tuesday and buy the right bat from me and Dave, because they bought they don't even know what weight they bought. And
guys, and this actually happened last year.
Yeah, we can't make this stuff up. Yeah,
no, they take the money. The ladies over there take the money. Oh yeah, okay. And they walk away buying another bat that he's had there in front of them. I feel sorry for those guys. Okay, I really do, man. I go, I don't know what I bought.
Dude, so
I know Dave was talking about this one, but I don't know what the other one was.
Dave was talking about we don't know. The girl said buy this yellow bat. We just bought it. We don't. It was a U trip. Wasn't even a senior. We can't even use it. I got a banana milkshake at Senior World.
Yeah. Cage can't go to Vegas. Cage is working.
No, Cage and Erica. Yeah. Cage and Erica will be running short porch with probably in and out help from some other people, mainly like Eli Smith. Leslie's youngest son pops in and out of here and helps, and we will have maybe others in and out helping them, and they will be working long hours. It will be 16-hour days for them while everybody is gone, as we will in Vegas also. So I promise you, they will get it done. They get everything done.
I,
Erica and Cage get everything done.
I will say this too. We're kind of funning right now, guys. We're kind of joking, but I will say something across the board. Across the board, nobody knows more about short porch bats than those three girls right there. You got Tammy, you got Leslie, and you have Erica. And you can
Yeah.
talk to them about anything that's coming up, anything that's going to be built, or anything like that. And they'll sit there and they'll talk your ear off when it comes to that too. On our ladies side, you have Rachel, you got
Stacy.
out there that knows, you got
Same.
Cena, who is with me, Stacy.
Yeah.
You have all those girls that know a lot about
Yeah.
the weight
Sarah,
distribution.
Sarah Cox herself
Sarah Cox, yeah.
will be on hand with a short porch tent. She'll bring that guy, her husband, too. Todd's his name, if y'all don't know. So,
Yeah, he
but
knows. He's
Sarah,
like us. He knows everything about them.
yeah.
So,
Todd, everybody knows Todd knows short porch inside and out. Sarah will be there. By all accounts, I would say Sarah is one of the more famous people.
Knowledgeable.
And she is very knowledgeable about
yes,
everything short porch.
she's in a whole
Um,
different world of her own.
yeah,
She is that person, the nicest person you ever want to meet. Knows everything, and she's a hell of a businesswoman too. So I've never seen her sad, man. I've never
no,
seen her like in a bad mood. I've never seen her, and she talks to
no, she
everybody.
is.
Everybody that comes by, she talks to them. She looks good lately too. I wanted to call her and tell her that she was on a video this morning and she lost some weight. She looks good. Not saying that she needed to, but I'm just saying it looks good on her. Hell of a lady, and she is the best. Y'all guys think we are? She is the top, the top influencer I think out there when it comes to social media. And I learned things by her, and you got to have somebody like her out there with all the stuff that we talk about and all the stuff that she handles all of the politically correct part she'll never get in trouble on a Thursday morning. She'll never be put in jail. She'll never be suspended.
We could suspend her for making everybody look bad,
Yeah. Yes.
I will say is most likely. I'll give everybody a heads up. Most likely, Erica will be suspended this week indefinitely, but she will still have to work, so you can still call and get your orders in. She may not get the weekend off as punishment.
God dang, dude. Let's talk, because I know we can sit here and talk about this for a long time. But,
Yeah, let's talk business, right? I left my notebook in there, but I think I remember. Leslie's gonna go grab it for me. I had some bullet points. I do know I wanted to announce that Christian, my man, did get Big League Dreams September 17th, 1 to 3 p.m. Wrigley Field. Bat demo, short porch. We'll be there on hand with all our people showing off all our new line of Vegas World bats at the time. And we have some huge surprises coming over the next few weeks. And when I say huge, I mean huge. There are people who will be blown away about the stuff that is coming out that have no idea what's coming.
can't say too much about it, though. You know that, right?
Yeah, can't say too much about those things. We're waiting. But 1 to 3, September 17th, Wrigley Field. Tammy and Leslie will be there, just basically stealing all the guys' monies for the bats and hats. I think Leslie sold 50 hats last year, Leslie and Tammy at the bat demo. I have a ton of hats. Will you grab the 3 hats for me? Hats started coming in. We will have this hat I have on for sale. This is also my 50s, one of my 50s team hats. But we will have about 8 other hat models there. for sale. Some of the basic ones come in today, like the grays and the blacks that everybody seemed to love in Vegas. Um, that is that is, you know, and I will say on the gear, we have 1,000 pieces in gear coming, shirts, hoodies. Um, we have the black and white hat. That was we had done before. Much love. We have cases of these cases, more of the flag hats for Vegas. And you got to have the gray and black hat because it'll go with virtually anything, guys. And when you're out there and you got wear gray pants and need a hat, this one sells a lot. We'll have a lot more, a lot of cool colored hats like I have on.
Yeah, those have.
They haven't came in yet. This is just the first round of Vegas stuff coming. Um, we will on the bat side of what's coming out. We have added, and I know originally, and I said that we may not have a third anniversary wig popper on hand, but Dave was adamant about us getting the third anniversary wig popper out. It will come out by Vegas. We will have it on hand, a third anniversary wig popper surprise bat. It is badass. That will be out. There will be the Jawbreaker will resurface. Alan Hancock's will resurface for Vegas. I moved up production to get them there as they sold out so quick. We will also have a variety of SpinTech one pieces bat in all the sizes. You'll have to wait to see the paint schemes on them. That will be coming out. The Oppo Taco, guys,
That's the
I
contest winner.
the contest winner bat. I'm not gonna let the information out on that. I'm gonna let Dave do that because it is an incredible design. I'm gonna let Dave give that when it comes in. But the Oppo Taco guys, your bats will be in Vegas. The three winners, they will get a free bat for the Oppo Taco name. We will be doing that every year. We will have some other winners of short porch people to win prizes. From everything from factory hitters to reps. There is going to be some wild and cool stuff going on that we just not a lot of it surprises. So we're not gonna drop all the information right here. But you need to stay tuned and follow us almost daily as Vegas Worlds happens from the time we leave here until through, because there's going to be some insane stuff going on with Short Porch World, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I know you can't wait, right?
I tell you what, and I wanted to elaborate on something that you said a minute ago about he's talking about the wig popper, is it third anniversary wig popper?
Yeah, third anniversary wig popper.
It's going to be different. It's going to be like we talked about in the past, and I'm not going to get too far into it right now because we've got other shit that is going on by that, but before that, but it's we tune things, we hone things, we tweak things, right? This is going to be a tweak from our wig popper OG right now, right? So it's going to be you guys going to get excited about it if you know us, and if you've been a part of Senior Softball Bat Reviews for a long time, you'll know about this design on this bat. It's just a little bit of a tweak, but it's a big tweak, in my opinion, Jeff. And you know this, it's a little bit of a tweak, but then again, performance-wise, I think it's gonna enhance. Maybe I'm pretty sure it will because we wait till we get it there and talk about it. And I think we got a lot of other stuff that's coming out, before then. That we can talk about, but we're gonna every day we got different things that are coming, and I think what helps with that is knowing when they're going to drop is going to be when the shipments are going to be here, and I think we know pretty close, but until they get delivered to the door, we really don't know.
Yeah, I will say this too about Vieira, Florida State Championship, USSSA home Space Coast. On the stadium field, We will be there. Alan Hancock and his team, Christian's team he coaches, they will all be there. My team, Brandon Murray and company, we will be there. If the Vegas bats come in, they are supposed to be in next week. 1,700 senior bat models. If they roll in here, can't say it's going to be that close. If they roll in here, I will close down Short Porch and go to Vieira with every with everything we have
Yeah.
as a pre-world kind of warm-up show off. Erica will be on hand Facebook living. She will be showing off the bats. Us guys will be playing. I have a groin injury. May or may not be playing, but I will be dressed to help my team in any way, as I did last weekend. But Leslie will be there. Erica Cage will be on hand, and Vieira. Christian, Alan Hancock, Joe Carter will be there. All our people, David Ireland, Brandon Murray, Brian Williams, aka Cracker. Um,
He's a legend now.
everybody. Yeah, everybody's going to be there. It's going to be a big show. But we will be doing Facebook Live and talking to everybody, whether the stuff comes in or not. However, I expect to at least get half of that shipment in before next Friday.
Okay. The reason I was talking about a minute ago, on depending on when things come in, is where we can talk. Guys,
Yeah.
I have 10 videos waiting to be published.
Yeah.
10 badass videos waiting to be published to show you guys what's coming, you know?
Yeah.
And I know we kind of want to keep it under wraps because it's a surprise. Everybody likes a surprise. So kind of keep it under wraps till it gets here. That way we know. But I'm waiting on Jeff to just say, hit that video, those runabouts, and then we'll put them out. You know, just go ahead and push publish. And they're badass. I mean, Clem, I will say this, Clem and Trey are in them, you know, and they made them as good as, because I went through it again last night, and I'm like, you know, Clem makes 2 of them, Trey makes 3 of them. So I mean, they're just and just the expressions, it's just not scripted shit, you know. A little bit of cursing
absolutely.
like the old days on it though.
As does Sean Thompson and myself have incredible Vegas bat videos that will go out. Top tier performance. Record breaking personal record performance. That I will say that from players. Stuff we have been sitting on all year for this time, that and we are just ready to show it to the world at the most important time for us, an exciting time for us, which is Worlds. You know,
I'm going to say this, and I'll put it out there. It's just not. This is something that's big, guys. It's not nothing that's. It's not something. It's a different.
No.
It's a different technology. It's something that's different. I mean, it's going to be good, man. It's so hard to keep your mouth shut, and I know it's been leaked, you know, on a couple of them, but I know it's so hard when you have something like that and you have people that are showing up. We had 3 guys the other day when we were hitting on Tuesday. We had 3 guys show up and sit in the stands just watch us, and we weren't even on Facebook Live yet, you know. So it's kind of when they're up there and you're swinging it and you're like, man, I hope they don't say anything, you know, because it's not what it looks like down here. You know, it's like, ooh, what is he swinging over there? Or go, wow, what is he swinging? Like Nunya, it's called Nunya. Nunya 1, Nunya 2.
We yeah, exactly. We have a variety of bats. We will have bats for people, like Dave said, slower bat speed, under 300. We will have a few bat models that will kill it for those guys. We will have everything in the middle, moderate bat speed, normal 330, 340 guys. We'll have a slew of bats for them. We will have a few of the higher bat speed for the 400-foot guys that are there. Not many, because there's not many of those guys. So we will be doing bat fitting like you talked about. I have our players pretty much dialed in. As everybody's seen, I dialed in Brandon Murray's bat. And I also have a bet with Bob Downs today that of all the bats coming in, that I could pick the one that he will be gamering, that out of all the bats, and he said, "Nah, I'm leaning towards this one." And I said, I know I can pick the one you're going to be gamering in Vegas, and we got a 2 beer bet, and I think he's out about $15-$20 because them beers are high in
You need to
Vegas.
do a
So
tab bet, not a 2 beer bet. That ain't
yeah,
nothing.
I think I
Do a
got him
tab bet.
because I know what bats are coming that will fit his bat speed, and what we have coming in for different people, and I know what's up. So we have a 2 beer bet. He may go in another direction. I don't see it. So we'll see. You can. What do you think? You think can you pick Bob's bat? I'm guessing.
I don't
I'm
know if it'll
guessing.
be the I don't know if it'll be the same as yours, but I do have an idea on what I would put in his hands. And I
Yeah.
guarantee I'd like to get in on that bet too, but it had to be a tab bet. And I'll bet we're right on. I'll bet we're right on when the bat we're
All
gonna pick.
right.
We'll
So
talk about it
Dave
later.
said he'll go tab bet, whole tab all
He'll go
night.
whole tab bet that we can put him in a bat. Because
That
me
we
and you
can.
think the
That
same when
we
it comes to
know
that
what
anyway.
bat he'll gamer. We
Yeah,
know
me and
what.
you think that we think the same on that anyway. I
Yeah,
guarantee you.
we'll go whole tab, Bob. Whole tab all
Whole
night.
tab.
You know,
Hey,
Dave drinks Diet Coke, so
I drink Diet Cokes, guys.
he's cheaper. But if Leslie shows up, that's 20, and Tammy, that's $20 craft cocktails, dude. That's
Hey, I ain't gonna be drinking. Tammy and Leslie will be drinking, so I don't want to be.
okay.
Yeah, he said
Yeah,
okay, deal.
yeah. I'm
So yeah,
not
that's the
saying they're a
go.
gold digger. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and that hey, yeah. We have to get video of that. We make it where it's legit, right?
Yeah.
And
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah.
get video of us.
Hey,
We're gonna go through the bats. We're gonna pick them out, and you're gonna agree with me because I
I
know
told
what
I told
his
Christian, I
63
said, when
mile an
I get off
hour.
the phone, I'm gonna tell Christian when we walk up to the field, what bat Bob will be swinging in Vegas. We have all these bats coming out and some badass ones right now. And if I pick the bat, and he won't know if I pick the bat, I said, Christian, you write it down, date it, whatever, give it,
Yeah,
mail it. And if he's swinging the one I pick, I win.
yeah. And here's the deal too. Here's the deal too. Is we'll put it on video, and it's not none of that 63 mile an hour bullshit him and Clem do either. That's that joke that they have. We're not picking it off that. I'm gonna check video out of him swinging, and we're gonna get together, and I'll bet we're right on. I bet we're right on when it
Yeah.
comes to that shit. So definitely.
Yeah, we've hit them
Where are y'all
all.
gonna
We've
be
hit them all. We know. We know what's
Oh
up.
yeah, definitely.
We know
And
what's
any of
up.
you guys want us to do that up in Vegas, we can do that too, just by
Yeah.
the demo day or anytime that you guys are going.
Mhm.
Or if you have games if you have games at BLD, I'll walk over there and watch you. If I can get away from the table, because I think it's going to be a really big year. Where y'all going to be at? Are y'all going to be anywhere? Or Todd is going to be anywhere before Vegas this year till the end of the year?
I'm not
Yeah, I know you
sure.
talked about Vieira, right?
Yeah, we're going to Vieira, which will be our first time ever setting up at Space Coast. I know Todd will probably be going over there on the regular now as our U-Trip stuff is really booming. But this will be a short porch event. If the stuff comes in, we're going to set up. If not, we're going to be there talking to everybody, shooting video anyway. I'm going to have my whole group there regardless. Everybody from here, everybody from short porch, but Dave. If Dave wasn't just about to fly to Vegas, I would fly him in too. But he's about to come to Vegas for a month, and it's drivable for us.
Yeah.
But we're going to have everybody but Dave there, and it's going to be badass. Whether we have some Vegas stuff there or not doesn't matter. It's going to be badass. We will be Facebook. We got 3 short porch teams. You have my old team, the Tribe, Joe Carter, and team swinging short porch. You have my team, which mostly swing short porch because we have back contract guys with other. And that was a topic too. I would like to touch on. People see my team and they seen the short guys with short porch jerseys on and other bats. They are contracted players with other bat companies. These are the best players across the country. So
Yeah.
it's that kind of team. I would never not take the best players available just because I
Of a
want them to
bat. Yeah.
swing short, yeah, of a bat, you know. So
So
that
Don,
and
yeah, they're talking about Donnie and
yeah, and
Ken
scope,
Scobie. Yeah.
yeah, kid, yeah.
Yeah.
So we, yeah, Donnie Hudson, Bama, as they call him.
Yeah.
Been with Onyx 6 years. An incredible dude. Been with them that long, shows loyalty to him. And we wouldn't pressure him. And he sees the performance and the short porch and everything. And I would never even mention to him that he needs to swing a short porch.
Yeah.
He wears the short porch shirt and hats with pride, and he's been with Onyx all these years, way before we ever come about. Ken Scobie is with Anonymous now. He's been with a few different brands. He is one of them players who is just an elite, a very elite player. And he picked up with them way before I ever personally met him, and is an ambassador for that brand. So yeah, I mean, having them in the picture, I'm not going to be like some of the other owners and say, hey, you got to swing just short porch. We are actually we're the smallest sponsor of that team, actually. The two other sponsors are larger sponsors than even Short Porch is. So, with that being said, I'm definitely would never do something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not even paying to play and things like that on the team. So, which is, they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me if I tried. But what a great team! Brandon Murray has assembled a badass team, and I think it showed last weekend um, when we won at played 8 games and won the tournament, and and beat a really good 40s team. Double dipped them to win, which
Yeah.
and they were very capable. So and beat one of the better 50s team in the country that's with another bat company. I won't. I stated last night I think they had inferior bats, and that's sad for them to have such a great team and have inferior equipment. But hey, that's on them. That's a factual statement. That's what I seen. So anyway, yeah, things are getting exciting around here. But yeah, you trip jawbreakers and fat guys. Anybody watching? Those will be done in a few weeks and be here. And that's coming. I know you get asked a lot about that.
About
So
those, yes, I do,
yeah,
and
yeah,
when they're going to come out again. The U Trip, the Fat Guy U Trip, and the Jawbreaker U Trip. Like
yeah,
when we're
they're
going to get
coming.
them. As of last night, I was asked the same thing, but we
Yeah,
still
they're
have the person that actually asked me about them. Turned around and got a banana milkshake.
Oh,
So
awesome. Yeah, we have banana milkshakes in stock if you're looking for a balanced 2 piece. We have hot chickens in stock if you're looking for the balanced 1 piece. It was the two new inloads that sold out, the Jawbreaker and the Fat Guy. They're supposed to be done end of the month and shipped to us. So the Fat Guy BP, I will say, will most likely drop it on pre-sale um, just because we're tired of getting the phone calls. Not tired of getting the phone calls, but we have to tell them, hey, you have to wait. People can just go online if they wanna purchase it and wait, and most
yeah,
people do. So it's just easier than taking all the phone calls and people asking when it's going to come out, because they don't want to miss the bat when it drops and it sells out in 2 days if they're working and busy and don't see it. So we'll probably drop it on pre-sale so those guys can buy them as they see them, and first come first serve, and that's good. But Alan Hancock's Jawbreaker will is supposed to be ready early Vegas, maybe second week in Vegas. Will ship directly to us as it's getting remade also. So
sweet. On other bats coming in, what do we? Oh, Brandon Murray. I don't know if you
yeah.
probably already answered that though.
Yeah,
Um,
Brandon Murray is supposed to be in next week. It's for sale now because everybody, that one was it was leaked by us on Facebook Live as we handed it to Brandon last
Yeah.
week. So,
Yeah.
and then Dave was hitting it, and Dave was bombing them. And with Dave out there dropping them big home runs back to back to back, I mean, we're like, we're gonna
Might
go
as well.
live with the bat. We're gonna go
Yeah.
live with the bat. Yeah,
Yeah.
people want it. We're gonna go live. And tons of customers went and purchased the bat, and we will ship them next week as soon as they get here. So
Good. Good. That is, I tell you what, I talked to Brandon the other night. I wasn't lying. That bat swings so good. It fits me. It's a bat that fits me, and I just like the performance. I'm 65, and I was getting that kind of performance on a bat that's made for the medium fast bat speed guys. So those medium slow, if you're on that edge, on that medium slow, you can actually get this bat, because I loved it. I thought it was amazing. Great barrel response on that bat, but it's a DDT, so it helps me a little bit more too. And a DDT, here's the deal too. You just got to get used to it. I've swung them for a while, and I walked out of hitting the Nunya bat, walked into hitting his bat, and I was already used to the swing. So, because it is a DDT and it does swing different. You cannot go, and you say this too, you cannot jump from bat to bat to bat with a DDT, because it just swings different. Your muscle memory is going to be all messed up. It's something you gotta have to stay with.
It'll mess you up, and which could be with all the bats coming in next week, and of course, if they do get here a few days ahead of state, it's going to be trying for me not to jump in there and swing them all and get my my swing all messed up from my gamer bats, which is the One Piece OG. It'll be trying for me to back off that and not really get, because all the different bats come in.
Yeah.
But I am gonna try to stay off those a little bit. I will overnight them to Dave, and Dave can hit them and show them off, and Christian and Cage. But most likely, I won't touch those bats next week, as we have the state championship in Florida, even though I'm in Georgia, but most of the team lives in Florida. So, yeah. So I'm going to miss out on the fun, Dave. I'm going to miss out on all that fun. So,
well, don't get hurt next time.
Well, yeah, I got that group.
Kind of tone it down a little bit. Don't go all out.
I'll tell you, I got hurt first inning, first play I made where I had to run. I got hurt. It was terrible. It was just awful.
Welcome to senior now. But man, we've got a lot of stuff that's coming that it's so to not talk about.
No, man.
It's just got to play it by ear and just let it come and let it go, and then but guys, just stay tuned. Like we'll let you guys know if we're having any. I know probably Trey and Clem in the morning are going to go on live and do a lot of the U-Trip stuff. They usually do that Thursday run in the morning.
Yeah.
And they'll probably be out there talking on. I really do. I actually made this change the other day on my live videos. Trey's going to actually handle all the talking, because he smokes me when it comes to talking. Him and Clem bullshit with each other, and they joke around like two friends would. And I'll just get up there and pitch to him. But I think Trey has turned into that guy that can actually get out there. And Clem's the same way too. Clem can get behind the camera. But what I want to try with everybody too, and I think this will help anybody out there, is getting microphones, get them mic'd up, even with me pitching, and this the banter that you can hear. The banter's funny. I mean, it's kind of like us talking tonight. That's the banter you get when you hit. And I think that would, a lot of people would like that.
Yeah, I agree.
When it comes to that. Okay, we're going to have a lot of merch coming out before Vegas. And if you're going to still take all that stuff to the tournament, if you get it in too,
that
right?
won't be in the merch. Yeah, it won't be in until, it'll be in way ahead of Vegas, but it won't be in next week. I know we have 1,000 pieces is the number we decided on. And we have, I'll tell you right now, we have all kind of new colorways on batting gloves with the Bruce Bolt type bags, with the bags that zip in. So we can carry those out. That'll be a big show out there too. Tons of just all kinds of short sleeve hoodies, BP jackets, really cool jerseys. I know you know about a few that are just, man, they're badass. Got some real cool slogans on them, some senior stuff. We got I'll leak this right now. We got a Jawbreaker hoodie that is incredible coming out. And the Jawbreaker line is something that is going to be around. I will say that it'll be around with Short Porch for a minute. The Jawbreaker series is not going anywhere. So,
and it's blowing the U
yeah, it's
trip
blowing
up
the
too.
U trip up. So, a lot of stuff. We'll show that as Leslie lets me and talk about that, or her and Erica and Tammy and the girls will be showing that shit off, I'm sure. So,
What we're still doing Left Field Lounge. That
oh
people can get on there
man,
and join in on that for their
I can't
t-shirts.
show Left Field Lounge this much shirt, can I?
No.
I can't show this much shirt. I had it on at the ballpark. I will leak that out. If somebody seen me, I had the Left Field Lounge shirt on at the ballpark. Everybody wanted it, Dave. Everybody. I walked through, there was 20 people asked me for the shirt. So that's how good this month's Left Field Lounge shirt was. But we will show it first of next month. We will show last month's shirt that is all the rage right now. If you know somebody who's got it, or somebody, I can't leak it out. If somebody else does, we can't stop that. But everybody's getting their surprise Left Field Lounge shirt, and that is all the rage this month. So,
what do we have in the warehouse?
Okay,
that's what bats do we have in the warehouse?
We are low on 26-ounce OG blackouts, guys. So if you need one coming up, you better get it. We only have about a dozen left, and those sell real good. We have 25-ounce blackout OGs. We have a couple 27s, the last couple left. We have Platino Powers, which was a huge run. So we still have some of those. Of the 3/4 load Spentex, banana milkshakes on the U trip, hot chicken on the U trip, pickle juice on the U trip. On the senior side, the Jawbreakers, I believe, is sold out. There may be a couple 26s left. I'm not sure. Anything left on the senior side besides that? I think that's about it until this big shipment comes in next week.
And our ball shipment's gone.
Oh yeah, so we were selling about 100 dozen a day. And then it slowed down a little bit. And Erica's video yesterday, it seemed to gain some traction, and we had a big sales night for balls right after she posted her video showing that we had U-Trip balls in, because there was still people out there who didn't realize we had U-Trip balls because some other companies are out. And we had some directors and things wanting to buy every one we got in, and we're like, we can't. We have to sell them one by one to the customers because it's just not fair. And they're close to gone. I think we have another smaller shipment coming in tomorrow. But they're going as fast as we can get them in. I can't even get any over to retailers that want them because we're moving them so fast. So we're and a little bit of that is that other companies are out of balls too. So now our balls are great and people want them, but when other companies are out and there's a shortage, then you're gonna get wiped out when there's a shortage of balls. Obviously, if there's a shortage of anything, it don't matter what business you're in. There is a clear shortage of softballs right now. Is what I can tell you. So.
Well, that's not a bad thing. They're going
they're going out fast, and our balls are still hot, and no ball better in the heat than Short Porch ball, and everybody knows this. Nobody says otherwise. So.
Definitely. Is there anything else we need to talk about?
Hell no, man. I will just say this. I'll leave it here. As soon as the Vegas World shipment gets here, the show starts. That's when the show starts.
Yeah, we're not waiting to take that stuff to Vegas. You can actually get them before Vegas. If it gets here.
Yeah, if it gets here. There may be one or two we sit on, but I know there is going to be one I'm going to sit on. So, which is and and
then yeah,
and that is a Vegas World exclusive bat that we do every year, so people know that. But yeah, so I'll tell you this: there's going to be a bunch of really wild lives the whole time with Dave, Sarah, Christian in the truck driving the truck out, all kind of crazy stuff going on. So
yeah, because I need to collab. I think she just jumped on here with Sarah. We're going to do some collaboration videos up in
yeah,
because I know I'm going to be forced to go over
My
to her
mom
tent.
about the
Not forced to
news.
go over because I think Christian's going to stay at your tent, and me and Kristen together, just ain't good stuff. So I'm joking,
yeah.
guys. That's a joke between me and
Um,
Christian, but I like hanging out with Sarah and Todd, and we can talk to people wherever they're going to be at too.
yeah, we the Leslie just said, hey, to mention the '90s game. So there will be the '90s senior game. She films the first inning every year of the '90s East West game. That'll be going on. And again, there will be Facebook Live of probably a few innings of each of our short porch teams next week. We won't Facebook Live the whole games, just probably the first inning or so of each game. And talk
Sweet.
about the players and the bats they're swinging because, everybody might, swings different short porch bats out there. So Leslie and Erica will be doing a lot of that. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. But you get to it. Have a good night, everybody. Thank y'all, and like I said, stay tuned. Stay tuned for next week for a lot of exciting stuff as the Vegas Worlds and the Vieira States happen next week in Florida, which is the largest state for senior softball. I would argue that Florida accounts for 33% of senior softball in this country. So, yeah.
I agree,
So,
100%. 100%. Thanks for
peace
coming
out.
on, Jeff. All right, buddy. Take care. He had mentioned on there about the '90s game up in Big League Dreams, and that we're gonna videotape the first inning. I'd like to videotape that whole game. And if you guys see a guy on that team and his last name's Shook, has Shook on his back, his name's Carol Shook. He is my cousin. My grandfather. On my mom's side of the family, my grandfather was named Carol Shook, so that was the big thing when I was growing up. Is there's another Carol Shook out there, and he is. I've already checked it. He is a cousin of mine. I just found this out about 2 years ago when I started doing all that ancestry stuff. I found out, and then people start when I was doing senior softball bat reviews. People were asking me because they knew my mom's last name, and they were like, "Are you related to a Carol Shook?" So I asked my mom, and my mom, this is years ago, 10 years ago, and my mom said, "Yeah." And they said, "Do you know this guy?" And I said, "Oh no, but he plays softball, And I kind of saw him. He does play softball, and and the funny part about it is my grandmother's name. My grandfather was Carol Shook. My grandmother's name was Stella Shook. Well, his wife's name is Stella Shook, and his first name is my grandfather's name. I don't know how that happened because they're few states away from each other. So yeah, he plays on that every year, and I want to go and talk to him more this year. I talked to him a little bit last year, did a selfie with him, and I talked to him. But he's he's in the 90 division, very good softball player. I ain't making it to 90. I can already tell you. Beat up, hitting a lot. Kind of takes a toll on you. Well, one thing I want to get to before I get off here, guys, is we picked up 2 reps and 2 factory hitters. Same guys, two a factory hitter and a rep today. First one is on a U-Trip division. Cage talked about this guy. I think Stacy Carr had mentioned to him too. Want to give her props on that. And Cage, wow, yeah, we can talk about this guy again tomorrow night too, Cage. And I'm gonna kind of mention his name here, and I'm gonna go away from it because me and Cage can get on U-Trip Live tomorrow. He just sent me that, but his name is Peyton Henderson. He is out of South. I wrote it down. he's out of South, and I wrote it down, but it's on the wrong piece of paper. And if he's on here, he can actually say where he's from. But Tennessee, I want to say. Anyway, Peyton Henderson, he's the young kids. And here's the deal, Peyton. I kind of wanted, because he's texting me all the time. because I was the one that called him. Cage had asked me to actually drop him a line yesterday, a couple of days ago, and he's chomping at the bit to get out there and start selling and start representing short porch on that U-Trip side. Peyton Henderson, congratulations and welcome aboard. The next guy, and let me tell you a story before I talk about him. And I know he's up here watching. He's not replying to anything, but he might be hitting tonight on that busting balls. This guy I wanted to get with us. I wanted to actually, and I'm kind of joke with him a little bit here. I wanted him to come aboard a while back, starting off at the beginning of the year, but there were some things we had to wait on. There were some things that I talked to him about, and then finally we got together the other day. I think he's going to be a great ad because he's really into short porch, and he has been for a while. Very smart, knows everything about short porch, and he's in it for the seniors, guys, and that's what we like. He's in it for the seniors. He has that busting ball hitting club, and I'm sure that's the name of it. There was something else before, but I think this is what he's going to stay with, is John Robbins. He is a factory hitter right now, and he is a rep. He's going to do both of them. He's going to represent Short Porch. Peyton and John, welcome aboard. I can talk. That's God dang, guys. You guys are like lighting me up here. And they're watching the podcast and they're still lighting me up. But definitely two great guys there. John talks. And the reason that John will call me and I won't answer the phone because I know I've got things to do. He's on the phone with me. Just yesterday was an hour. The last time was an hour and a half, just talking, and his knowledge when it comes to a lot of things, Kevlar, carbons. He used to have his own podcast, so maybe we get him in the future doing a lot of podcasts, out of that area. He's out of Daytona. You guys hook up with him. Here's the deal too. He's one of those guys that has that busting balls, but you can swing any bat you want. He's not that guy that says you can only swing short porch here. He talks to everybody, right? And there's enough to go around. That's what me and Jeff said all the time. There's enough to go around to everybody. We're not in this. We talk to everybody when it comes, except, different things we don't want to talk about when it comes to that, but the way we built things. But we do like talking to other people. I've done it for 15 years, other bat companies. We don't trash other bat companies. We kind of frown on it when someone else does, up to the point we'll bring it to their guys' attention, like, why are you guys trashing this company or whatever, something like that. So John is one of those guys where he'll let you swing whatever you want to swing. If you want to swing a short porch or even try out a short porch, he'll at least have them there so you guys can test them out, do a test run, because everybody, and I understand this part where everybody wants to do a test run. I know that. It's no longer believe in what everybody says. I want to see, I want to feel. So basically, or even try to see that barrel's too hard for me. That thing flexes too much for me, So I understand that part. And then he can go forward. I'd like to have him on, John. I'm on Friday night, so I might have you come on Friday night, basically talk about what you're doing in Daytona and talk a little bit about yourself, where you came from. And then you guys can talk to him. And I think he'll represent Short Porch very well because of his passion. There you go. And then you got Peyton too. Peyton, I don't handle U-Trip. Cage is the U-Trip guy, but I talked to Peyton for 45 minutes on the phone the other day, and you could just hear his passion in his voice. And he's a hell of a ball player from what I hear, and posts a lot of social media stuff like on his page. Before I even talked to him, I stalked him, yes. And I looked at his page, find out what he was posting on his page, made sure it wasn't anything political or anything like that, anything that Short Porch does not agree with. And then I finally called him up and talked to him about if he would like to join us. And hell yes, I'd like to join you. So, and he's from one of those states that we don't have a lot of reps there. So he'd actually help that area, helping in that area. I'm trying to read Sarah's post right there. Something about harassing me. We need to talk about Sarah when we're in Vegas. Me and you are going to talk about the pronunciation of my last name because that was horrible today. Horrible. And then somebody brought it up. I said, well, she did it. Now we're going to talk about this. You're talking about my smile. We're going to talk about your pronunciation of my last name. Guys, I am done. I'm going to call John probably tomorrow. Not tonight, John. Do not call because this guy can talk, and I got things I got to go eat after this here in San Antonio. But probably tomorrow, and have you come out and talk to me a little bit on Friday when I do my Friday night podcast, guys. I will be doing Friday. I got a ton to talk about on Friday night. There's a lot of things that we did not get to, and a lot of it on Friday is not going to be so much about bats. It's going to be a lot. Um, it's going to be a lot about picking bats, health and nutrition, workouts, and basically talk about a lot of those things, supplementation on hydration. That's going to be my Friday night podcast. You can tune in, want to. If you don't, that's fine. But I'm going to try to turn them to like last week. I did it for an hour. That way you're not on there that much longer. And then whatever I didn't get to tonight, which is a lot, I'm actually going to talk about on Friday night. And then tomorrow, Cage is going to do a Facebook Live tomorrow because I think he's going to start doing that Facebook Live on the U-Trip side and get a lot of people where they're talking about that U-Trip stuff. We had a great crowd tonight, guys. It was fun. I mean, I'm getting I'm getting text messages, and you can hear them about guys are saying that was a fun night. Like that was funny, and that's what we're here all about. Get everybody engaged and joke around with each other, about different things. I can't wait to talk to you guys on the next tournament that we actually meet up at. If it's in Vegas, it's in Vegas, and then pick my brain